What if Goku achieved Super Saiyan earlier in the story? Hello everyone, this is Lion Studios and I'm here to inform you of something. If you don't like me talking about this kind of stuff, then just skip further ahead. But only 14% of the people who watch my videos subscribed and almost none comment. So maybe send a comment telling me what you think of this new series and whether or not I should continue it, and maybe leave a subscribe if you like the video. But of course watch the video first before you decide, as maybe you'll only like it at the start or something. Anyways, let's get right into it. As the Saiyan arrived as the Saiyans arrived on planet Earth, the Z fighters were taken apart one by one rather easily, and after Piccolo sacrificed himself for Gohan, Goku finally arrived back. Krillin almost cried out, "Goku!" as he saw his old friend who had gotten so strong finally come to rescue them. Goku smiled at him and gave him a quick thumbs up, and Krillin got very motivated, jumping towards the still alive Nappa, who quickly decked the young Krillin to Goku's dismay. As Goku stormed toward his old friend who was lying in the ground and checked his pulse, it was nothing. Goku stood up, looking directly into Nappa's eyes, and energy suddenly engulfed the Saiyan as his eyes flickered from the usual warm black to a cold greenish blue as he screamed out, "I'll never forgive you, you damn bastard." His hair spiked up into its signature look as golden aura completely engulfed him, and there stood the form of legends, Super Saiyan. Nappa was taken aback, but he couldn't think for too long as the furious Goku was gone, until a smash could be heard for miles as Nappa was on the ground, almost every bone he had broken. Goku just couldn't bring himself to kill another Saiyan, so this form kind of brought out his Saiyan nature right now. He then looked at Vegeta, who had caused a friend so much pain and suffering, and flickered right behind him, throwing him into the ground, breaking all his bones and maybe a bit more damage as well. As Nappa and Vegeta were suffering, Goku suddenly passed out, but but as he fell to the ground, his son Gohan was able to catch him with tears in his eyes. He yet again had to be saved, first by Piccolo and now by his father. Unknowingly, this small thing would cause all their futures to be changed dramatically. After a while of recovering, they knew they had to train more. Vegeta and Nappa were being taken care of Bulma and her sister Tights. Bulma definitely had her eyes on the same prince, while her sister eyed the incredibly buff and rash Nappa. As Goku was not at all damaged, she decided on training his son Gohan. Of course, Chi-Chi disagreed, but Goku had a bright idea, which was pretty rare. She can't get hurt by what she doesn't know. So he snuck out his son. He snuck out his son for training. Sorry about that. He knew the boy had massive potential, judging by the battle with Raditz, and there was some need for some bonding, so he trained with Gohan. As they trained, both their power levels increased dramatically, easily overtaking Nappa and even Vegeta. These power levels are also after the Zenkais and all. So Goku's power level is at the strongest 60,000, Gohan is the second strongest at 45,000, Vegeta after getting a Zenkai is at 40,000, and Nappa being the weakest of the four at a measly 20,000. Goku now knew that nor Vegeta or Nappa was no longer a threat, and decided on giving both Nappa and the Prince of Saiyans a senzu bean. As they both woke up, Goku said a quick "Yo," then started explaining their training sessions, and both seemed pretty interested, but them both being Saiyans, they were still anti-heroes. But their time with Bulma and Tights definitely made them slightly better people. Vegeta even decided to tell the low-class scum about the Namekian wish orbs. Goku's face lit up and Gohan almost cried. They knew they could finally get their friends back. Vegeta still wanted to wish for immortality, but deep down he knew that if he even tried to do something like that, he'd get obliterated. As they continued training, Goku commissioned a ship from Bulma and Tides, which was built, which with a built-in gravity chamber, which they immediately started working on. Three Saiyans and one hybrid started training. Goku slowly started to get a grip on his transformation, it's the so-called Super Saiyan, but neither Vegeta or Nappa had the kindness in their heart to achieve such a transformation. After a month of gravity training and as Tights worked on the gravity room, uh, after a month of gravity training, as Tights worked on the gravity room whilst Bulma and their father worked on the ship with the gravity room, the power levels shot up even harder. They definitely abused Zenkais as well, as they had an abundance of Senzu beans, so they trained incredibly hard, getting many Zenkais in the process. The new power levels being Goku at the top with an incredible 500,000. Vegeta had overtaken Gohan for the second spot, now being at 455,000. Gohan followed shortly after with his 450,000, and Nappa is still behind at 425,000. For now, I'm going to end this episode, but I'm very confident about this as I very much enjoyed writing this. Be sure to like and subscribe, and of course comment whether or not you like this or not. This is Lineman, and I am out.